Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for watching this virtual workshop. Today, we're going to talk about volunteering and your career. Just a little bit about myself before we jump right in. My name is Frank Stevens. I am the Career Services Program Specialist for Fanshawe College ESES. If you are ever hunting for me, I am in room B1063 and can always be reached at that email of fstevens with a V at fanshawec.ca. The Career Service Program Specialist basically means I know a little bit about a lot of things to do with job searching, and if I don't know the answer, I certainly will be able to help you find who does. So without further ado, we're going to get right into our workshop, and we're going to ask, what is volunteering? Volunteering is time that you donate. It could be once or twice, annually, in your own city or abroad. Volunteering is, at its core, giving your time without payment to strengthen your community and improve others and your own quality of life. People might picture serving at soup kitchens or food banks, but volunteering can take many forms: administrative opportunities, pet stores, nonprofit organizations, community events, building projects. All can be volunteer opportunities. Volunteering lets you get involved in your community in ways that speak to your passions, suit your personality, support your interests, and in terms of career development, builds experience and broadens your network. Maybe right now you feel like you're not in a place in your life in college where you're ready to take on more responsibilities, but there remain many opportunities to volunteer that fit into and can even enhance your lifestyle. So what's in it for me? The personal benefits of volunteering are not always immediately obvious. At the end of the day, the origin point of volunteering is to give of our time without immediate benefit, like a paycheck. So what's the point? Let's get into what you can get out of volunteering. The Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, describes the mental health benefits of volunteering. A 2020 UK study reveals that volunteering increases our overall well-being in the present and creates a sense of hope and resilience for the future. When we see people creating the kind of community we want to live in and participate in building that kind of community, we develop a sense of identity around our ability to participate. Focusing on solutions and external assistance can flip us out of the internal fears and end the cycles of depression and anxiety. Purpose and meaning, which volunteering for causes that we're passionate about gives us, assists us out of the periods of feeling lost and in depression. Being actively engaged in the world around us can increase our sense of agency and empowerment. Taking action to make change, even in small ways, flips the script. We can transform ourselves from helpless to helpful. Volunteering can also help us transition to the workplace. Some of us may be looking for our first job ever, or our first job in Canada, or maybe just getting to a new line of work after being in a particular one for a long while. Maybe you don't even know what you want to do. Volunteering gives you the chance to sample different ways to work without the commitment required in a paid job search. Let's say you're passionate about working with animals. Volunteering with a pet rescue organization may give you the chance to get acquainted with the industry and discover things that work well for you or don't work well for you. Maybe you're curious about getting involved with social work, so volunteering through the Children's Aid Society, driving children to scheduled appointments or visits, gives you first-hand experience with the organization before committing to that career goal. Maybe volunteering could even inspire a career goal you never thought of. For example, volunteering once a month at a food bank may help you discover that you like organizing events or in being involved with the running of a food bank on a larger full-time scale. Volunteering can expose us to new people, places, and practices and help us build skills we already have or develop brand new ones. As we apply these skills, we develop feelings of mastery, self-confidence, self-esteem, and even a sense of pride. These feelings create a virtuous cycle of good things leading to more good things. If you've not worked before, or you haven't worked in this country before either, volunteering assists us in learning workplace expectations, how to get up and get going, what it's like to work with the public, what it's like to take direction, and get along with coworkers who may not speak our first language or may just not get along with us. When we are applying to be hired without any work experience, it can be difficult for an employer to take the financial risk hiring you. When we have developed soft skills, hard skills, transferable skills, and proven our passion and drive, proven our workplace behaviors through volunteer experiences, we amplify chances of being given an employment opportunity. 40% of employers surveyed say they value volunteer experience exactly the same way that they value paid employment experience. So let's get more into volunteering and your career. Volunteering provides you one of the most important pieces of any job search, building your network. Networking works. Statistics say 80% of all jobs are attained through personal contact, otherwise known as networking. Maybe you've heard the phrase, it's not just what you know, but who you know. This rings true of any job search, be it part-time or be it postgraduate. Wherever you go on your career journey, your network will be your companions along the way. When you volunteer, you will be rubbing shoulders with people who are connected to you through a shared passion, people that might normally be out of your social network. For example, let's say you volunteer with your faith community serving at a community meal. Of course, there will probably be some other college students with you, but among this community may be any number of people. Doctors, lawyers, administrative assistants, teachers, support workers, you name it, there will be people from that sector that also find a commonality in a volunteer situation. You don't want to utilize your chance to network doing a hard sell about looking for work. You never want to come up to someone and say, I'm looking for work right away. But in the course of natural conversation, mutually assisting one another in the tasks at hand, and just being together with the same common goal creates a chance for communication we normally don't have. You can talk about what you like about school, what you used to do in your home country, what sports teams you've been on since high school, what interests you, and what you hope for in the future. You've already proven your passion, your commitment, and your work ethic just by being present at the volunteer opportunity. Now you can begin to plant seeds, so to speak, and create personal relationships that can grow and develop as your career goals develop. You never know who will remember your smiling face when the time comes to find something for someone. Transferable skills are skills that you develop at one job that you can use at any other job. For example, the same customer service skills that I developed when I was working at a grocery store as a cashier are the same skills I use now when I'm working with students. So how does volunteering help? Think of the amount of skills you can develop in just one afternoon of helping out. Interpersonal communication, time management, leadership, delegation of tasks, working in fast-paced environments, problem solving, passion, compassion, work ethic, teamwork, even sales. And that says nothing of the potential use of administrative skills, customer service skills, mechanical skills, culinary skills. Whatever you do, you can find a way to relate it to a future profession. For example, maybe your long-term career goals involve financial sectors. So volunteering for a nonprofit may involve skill development in donor relations, grant writing, and executing fundraising campaigns. Volunteering and your resume. So how do you share all this information with an employer? How do you let them know what kind of volunteer work you've done? Putting this on your resume is the fastest way to share this information with an employer before meeting them in an interview setting. Volunteering can also help fill in gaps in a resume that might be a little bit light due to our circumstances, age, or our story. You should always list volunteer experiences in their own section of the resume titled Volunteer Experience. List your role as the volunteer, where you volunteered, and what years you volunteered. Make a few points just like you would with the employment experience on your resume. You can also put your most important or interesting or transferable skills and experiences at the top of your resume in the summary of skills or qualifications. You can also put any of the transferable skills we discussed previously in the section to get employers hooked on continuing to read your resume. All right, so that sounds great, but where do I find volunteer opportunities? Well, one place you can start is the Fanshawe job site. This is accessed through FOL under Resources, Career Co-op CCR. And it allows you to filter the job type, and one of the job types you can look at is volunteer. So that's what was available just on one little random search. So we can start there. You can also check out the Fanshawe Student Union Volunteer Opportunities page. They're constantly updating, they're constantly meeting folks for different events, different sports events, different set up, tear down kind of thing. If you are a member of a faith community, It's a really good place to begin. There's usually some sort of kind of outward-facing outreach opportunity that comes with being in a faith community. I know London has a significant variety of faith communities, and I know that all of them kind of like to work together for common goals. If you're not part of a faith community, you can check out your cultural communities as well. This is just kind of a quick sample of what's available in London, but because we have so many different nationalities and cultures represented here in London, Ontario, we do have a ton of centers. A lot of them have volunteer opportunities for events that they're hosting, especially around the holidays or around back to school time. There's a lot of special opportunities that you can get involved with. If you'd rather keep it do an online job search, check out volunteer.ca. These are all volunteer opportunities in Canada. If you want to keep it local, get involved.london.ca. These are all specific opportunities just for London, Ontario. And finally, if you are looking maybe in a broader sense, you can check out Charity Village. Charity Village is also a job site that posts nonprofit jobs and jobs that are more service oriented, but definitely you're going to find a lot of volunteer opportunities posted there as well. If you're looking for more information about what possible opportunities would be most fulfilling, you can also check out the Government of Canada Volunteer Quiz. It'll do kind of a quick assessment of the things that you're interested in and things that people with similar answers to you said they found fulfilling. So it's not going to tell you, like on TV, it's not going to say, you should go volunteer at a florist shop or something. It's going to tell you kind of what do people that think like you find the most fulfilling. If you do need any kind of job search help, including utilizing volunteer opportunities or even just finding volunteer opportunities or anything else job search related, every program at Fanshawe has a dedicated career consultant. They can be accessed through scanning this QR code. It will bring you to a contact page, and each consultant will have their programs listed for you. You can contact them through email, or you can set up an appointment through phone, through anything you need. We are here for you however you need us to be. Finally, if there are any questions that remain about volunteering and your career, or if you just have any kind of questions, or you just want to know how my day's going, you can go ahead and email me there at fstevens with a V at fanshawec.ca. That's fstevens, S-T-E-V-E-N-S, at fanshawec for college.ca. Thank you so much for watching this workshop, and I very much look forward to hearing from you.